Hey, Landria Anka here, founder of DigitalExplorers.net. By the way, and other online businesses, I spent 2 decades as an investment banker, and I have something to share with you today that is actually the key to success. All right, so I love a high return on investment. In fact, I do primarily just organic marketing because I love 100% return on my investment. Now, not everybody can do that, and it is a slower growth process. However, it's working for me, and I teach that to my students who can also combine that with paid advertising and every other tactic that they learn. But I want to share with you something I'm doing now, and that is moving into, once you're established, anybody can do this, move into PR, public relations. What a better way to get exposure and put yourself out there in front of millions of people than to have an interview, be on a podcast, be on a popular channel, and that's way more effective than paid advertising that's cold straight out into an audience that's watching funny cat videos that you just interrupted. So with my organic strategy, I am now placing myself out there. So here's a key to success. This one thing can place you in an amazing position, and you only have to do this a few times to skyrocket your sales. Now, the first thing is you have to have your platform set up properly. I mean, you have to have a real business with a strategy and a message and things in place. That's what I teach people. So once you have everything in place and you feel like you have a story to tell, you have something that you can present someone out there like myself who's an influencer looking for good stories. I mean, you have to supply it for them. Well, once you do this and you've got something you feel is powerful, you don't have to be Tony Robbins. They don't have to know who you are. That's the whole point of going out there, is to get people to know who you are. What you want to do is to present this great platform that you have to as many people as possible. So here's the key to success. Well, first of all, you have to have everything in place, of course. So let's assume you are in that position. If it takes 100 emails, contacts, phone calls to get one interview, how many contacts are you going to go after? 1,000, right? You don't want just one interview. If you want interviews, you need to 10x your efforts that are going to produce maybe 1%. And you don't always go for the big guys, although I have and gotten response in a very short period of time. Don't ever underestimate their desire to get a good story. If you have one, like I said, that's the first step. But how many contacts do you have to make before you get yourself on that podcast? Whatever it is, you just keep going and going and going. And I'm talking dozens and dozens of contacts. That means you have to do a little research. You have to find out who are the ideal candidates, who has a podcast that could benefit from interviewing you. What can you give them? And you approach them, and it's what you give them, not like, hey, you could really help me by interviewing me. You're saying, hey, your audience will benefit from the conversation we're going to have. I'm going to introduce something really cool. We're going to have a great time together. And here is how I'm going to do it. And that's it. You are helping them to become great with what you're going to bring to their show or podcast or YouTube channel. How many are you going to contact before you get that done? As many as possible. 100, 200, 300, 1,000. You do it. It's not that difficult with technology. Now, I customize every single one of my emails. I personally customize them. I want that person to know that I actually looked at their channel and I know what they're about. And by the way, when people contact me and they give me this blanket email, I won't talk to them. I know that they really didn't even know what my company does or what my channel's about. And the one that comes over and says, hey, I liked that one video that you did about whatever, I know, maybe they don't follow me, but they actually did do their homework. They actually did watch those videos. They actually do know who I am and what I talk about. Those are the people I pay attention to. So be authentic, be real, and go after as many as you have to with a great story. Help them to create something amazing. It's always about what we give them. Quit asking for everybody else to give you stuff. You give the world amazing value, and it's going to come back to you tenfold. And don't do it so that you get stuff. Do it because you want to give stuff. That's the greatest philosophy on the planet. You receive what you give. Let's start giving, and you will create amazing success and a really high ROI. I'll see you in the next video.